What's going on, y'all? It's me, Chris, here to give my predictions on this long-awaited Miguel Cotto Joshua Clottey match coming up this Saturday on HBO. Coming from Madison Square Garden, the weekend of the Puerto Rican Day Parade. It's going to be becoming a yearly, thing for Miguel Cotto to fight on this weekend in Madison Square Garden. So obviously, he'll have the home field advantage, so to speak. So on to this fight. Miguel Cotto, record 33 wins, 1 defeat, 27 KOs. He stands in at 5'7" with a 67-inch reach. Against Joshua Clottey, 35 wins, 2 losses, 20 KOs, 5'8" with a 70-inch reach. So Clottey's got a slight height and reach advantage, nothing too much. Miguel's coming off the TKO win in 5 over Michael Jennings. Before that, as we all know, he had the TKO loss to Margarito. Joshua Clottey's coming off a technical decision win over Zab Judah. That was the fight where Judah got cut, and I believe he tried to say it was off an elbow or something, but it turned out it was actually off a punch, and Clottey was awarded the victory, as he should have been. He definitely deserved to win that fight. It was a punch that stopped the fight, in my opinion, or that caused the cut. So, where do we go from here? Miguel Cotto. The last fight against Jennings was kind of a, confidence builder fight, see what he had left, see if he had any damage from the Margarito fight where, for the most part, most people believe that Cotto's gloves, or Margarito's gloves were probably, loaded, so to speak, in light of the whole Shane Mosley controversy and whatnot with Margarito's gloves and the hammer wraps and whatnot. So, I'm going to go ahead and assume that Margarito's wraps were probably tampered with because the damage incurred on Miguel Cotto's face was something we haven't seen, previously or since, in a Miguel Cotto fight. So, both these guys, have fought Margarito and Zab Judah. Cotto lost, but he did look really good early in that fight. And, even if Margarito's gloves were loaded, he was very persistent coming forward in that fight. Miguel Cotto did show a lot of heart, until he did end up submitting. As for Clottey, his loss to Margarito, somewhat, people have had a lot to say about it since, Clottey was definitely winning the fight earlier, but I guess he broke his hand, or both of his hands, and ended up, just not being able to employ the same game plan later in the fight. Now, not able to throw as many punches, and just keep going with the same style that was successful early in the fight for him. In regards to this matchup, it's a tough fight. This is almost like a 50-50 fight in my opinion. Up to this point, I'd been saying Joshua Clottey. I hadn't made a prediction. A lot of people made the predictions a long time ago. I usually like to wait till the week of the fight because I want to see how training's going. I want to make sure there's nothing going on with these guys outside the ring, make sure they're focused. That appears to be the case, although Miguel Cotto did fire his longtime trainer and uncle a while back. Evangelista Cotto, I believe his name is. But from what I've seen in the pictures and whatnot, it looks like training camp's going well. It looks to be in great shape still. I know people were worried he might be losing focus. There were reports coming out of Puerto Rico that he might not be as focused. People were thinking, him getting these tattoos was showing he was kind of, doing other stuff outside of the ring. But like I said, from the pictures I've seen, he looks to be in great shape. And, Miguel Cotto's never given me any reason to think that he won't be prepared for a fight. He's always come prepared for a fight. He's always given 100% of himself in there, so I don't see any reason to doubt him until, proven otherwise. Joshua Clottey, no need to question whether he's going to come in. He's always in shape. The guy is just always ready to go all 12 rounds or 10 if it needs to. The guy's awesome condition, great stamina, very strong fighter. Very strong and big fighter for this division. I do think he'll have a size and strength advantage over Miguel Cotto for what that's worth. Miguel Cotto, better boxer, I believe, in my opinion. Faster, better movement, more well-rounded. I think his game plan would be smart to kind of just box like he did Margarito early in the first half of the fight. Box from the outside, move around the ring. It'd probably be a bigger size ring, I think. I think the ring size will probably be in favor of Miguel Cotto just because Top Ranks, I think, the promoter of this fight. Clottey is a fighter that is better when he has you against the ropes or when you fight in close with him. A lot of times when he's being boxed, like when guys are teeing off on him, he'll kind of just put his guard up. He has a really good high guard. It's very hard to hit him, although you can get him to the body because he holds his guard up high. And he does take a lot of body shots, but he's very strong, so I haven't seen it really affect him. But we all know that Miguel Cotto is a really good body puncher, so I do think that Miguel Cotto will look to get in a lot of body shots here. Whether that will wear down Clottey later in the fight is yet to be seen. It could, but Clottey, like I said, is very strong to the body. Haven't seen him have any stamina problems in the past, or be stunned by hurt by any body shots. Clottey, as I was saying, a lot of times he'll put his guard up, he'll take a lot of shots, and then when you stop punching, he'll kind of go into his offense, or he'll like to trade inside, or get you against the ropes and really tee off you there. That's where he's strongest. Center of the ring, he is good there, but not as good as Miguel Cotto. I think if it's center of the ring, I think Miguel Cotto's boxing and speed advantage will, I think he'll be better off when they're fighting in the center of the ring, basically. Miguel Cotto's got a lot better wins in his career. He's got wins over, Sugar Shane Mosley. He's got the win over Judah, and he has a win over Carlos Quintana. So I do think he has more impressive a ledger. Clottey, I've never really seen him blown out. Did have the loss to Margarito. It was close. He also had a loss to Baldomir. I believe it was on a disqualification or something. I never saw that fight. Just heard about it. As long as Miguel Cotto isn't damaged from the Margarito fight, he should win this fight. It's hard to say still. The Jennings fight didn't really show too much other than that he's still a great offensive fighter, Miguel Cotto, but we haven't got to see whether or not how he'll, taking punches to the body and head will affect him. I'm going to assume that it won't affect him too much. If he is still, suffering from that fight, then Clottey does have a very good chance of winning this fight, but if not, then I expect Miguel Cotto to win this fight on a decision. Either way, I think this fight should go to a decision. Clottey's not a big, huge puncher, even though he's very strong and has solid punches. And I think if he does win this fight, it'll be more so just landing more, applying more pressure, successfully cutting off the ring well, which he needs to do, and just using his overall work rate and accumulation of punches to win a decision here. But I'm going to go with Miguel Cotto to win this fight by decision. Should be a really good fight. Should be a really competitive fight. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be probably 7 rounds to 5. Could even be a draw. You never know. But I'm going to go with Miguel Cotto to win this fight by decision in what should be a close and competitive fight. Probably be back on Sunday to give my thoughts after. Till then, though, I'm out of here. Bye.